All right, you guys ready? Questions?
I guess for both of you, just how did you feel the day went as far as your performance?
Overall performance, I just feel like I did better in my test results. You know, the combine leading up to it was kind of hectic. You know, we're pushed and tugged everywhere during the combine. So, you know, leading up to the pro day, it was a little bit more relaxed. You got a little bit more downtime. So I feel like I did a little bit better at pro day than I did at the combine.
DeMarcus.
Well, I think I did a lot better. I stood on all my combine numbers, except for the 40-yard dash. I was able to run a faster time, and position work, I think I did a lot better and showed the scouts a lot of things that I could do, running, passing, and all the things they want offensive linemen to do.
What was the combine experience like? Were you fully prepared for everything that was going on? I mean, it's long days and et cetera.
Leading up to the combine, I felt like I was well prepared. I actually decided to stay here at school. I'm currently enrolled in school 4 hours away, so I decided to stay with Coach Belkin. I feel like he got me well prepared, and ending up in Indy is a tremendous blessing. It's a great humbling experience. You know, they only choose about 300 guys out of thousands, so for us to be selected to go to Indy was a pretty good experience.
Yeah. Myself, I graduated in December, so I decided to go to Dallas and train and just get on a strict training regimen where I train all day, every day. It was a good experience. Indianapolis, it was different. It was good to go up there and be around a bunch of talented guys. One thing that Indy taught me was that the NFL is serious, and they really take it serious. They're not letting anybody sneak in the NFL. So that was one thing I took from Indy, and I was just blessed to be in that situation. So I think overall, Indy was great. My performance here today was better. So,
how much of position changes been talked about with either one of you guys with other teams when you were going through your meetings?
For myself, you know, I'm only 6'4". You know, going to Indy, you see these 6'8" guys, 6'7" guys, just phenomenal players, long arms, just really long guys. So I pretty much had it in my mind, and the NFL teams pretty much told me that I'm going to be a guard, if I do make it to the NFL. Going to the All-Star game when I was in San Antonio, I played strictly guard. So it was pretty much well known I was going to play guard when if I did get to the NFL.
Some teams looking at me to play guard, some looking at me to play tackle. A lot of teams like my versatility. Whatever they want me to play, I'm going to play. But a lot of teams have been looking at me as a guard. Some have me higher rated as a guard than a tackle. So whatever position I end up playing, I'm going to play. So.
How different are the two positions, and do you enjoy playing guard as opposed to what you played here?
Playing tackle, you know, you're pretty much going against your best pass rusher. My first 2 years, I played weak tackle, and this past year, me and DeMarcus finally swapped. This guy's a little bit more athletic than I am, so he's a little bit longer. But you know, the switch was pretty good, and it pretty much put things in perspective for myself. Being inside a guard and a tight end, playing right tackle was a little bit more better. I had a better senior season than I had the past 2 seasons. And moving to guard, it's a great transition. I got a center next to me, and I got a tackle next to me. I feel like I do better in a closed area versus on an island at tackle. So I feel pretty comfortable at guard.
Did you play some guard early when you got here to practice it?
I actually played guard this past spring, and that was we were gonna work on a rotation with myself, Bailey, and Noden, but that plan kind of fell through. So I was strictly at tackle.
Myself. I think I played guard my first 2 years here when I was able to play. Actually, my first 3 years, and my last 2 years I was at tackle. The difference is, like Ray said, you know, athletic ability, speed rushers. You have to have more speed, you know, back in your back pedal, your kick slide. Guard is a position where you're not moving and you're not active as much, but you got to go against bigger, heavier guys, short in stature, powerful guys that are, you know, made to control their gaps. And you got to be able to remove those guys out of their gaps and running plays to be able to, you know, have a good running game. So I think that tackle and guard, the difference is just basically athletic ability. And then from switching from guard to tackle, it lets you see, you respect each position. You know, at guard, you respecting those tackles because they playing against the best DNs every week. And at tackle, you respecting those guards because they playing against big 3 techniques, 300-pound guys that are big bull rushers.
How much of a difference, or rather, how much of an advantage was it for you guys to play in a pro-style offense? DJ was saying a little earlier that when he was sitting down with teams going over the X's and O's, that he seemed like he was on top of it. And did you guys go through something similar with
You know, when you go into these meetings, you know, it's one thing to have physical ability, but it's another thing to have football intelligence. And I think that's one thing that Coach Petrino taught us. You know, being here with Coach Nutt, you know, we're a part of Coach Nutt's class, and you know, not to knock his playbook, but it's pretty thin. So you know, with Coach Petrino, it's a really thick playbook. You know, we got different kinds of schemes, different kind of packages to throw guys off, and you know, we're not a strictly spread team. We're not a strictly power team like Alabama. I mean, this pro style that we run, and the fact that we flip flop the way that we do, you know, it makes us more versatile. So I think going into the draft, myself and DeMarcus, not to sound cocky, I think we do have a little bit more momentum versus a guy from Alabama who's straight power versus a guy from Oklahoma State who runs straight spread in the Big 12.
Yeah, I would say the same thing as Ray. The interview process is a big thing in the combine, and being able to get on those boards and draw up all the things that they ask you to do. I can't tell you how much Coach Petrino's system is just straight carryover. It's nothing that you never seen before. Everything that we've seen at the combine is stuff we've seen here at the University of Arkansas. So these younger guys that's going to come out, they're going to be well prepared. Just sitting in meetings every day, not doing anything extra, just sitting in meetings and learning what you have to do. You're going to end up being prepared for the NFL because this system just transfers right over.
Did it make it feel a lot better, I guess, when you guys were going through that adjustment in the first year or two with Petrino? I remember there was a lot of trouble carrying over because of the complexity of the offense.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's all worth it once you go to the NFL and you've seen complex schemes. You know, the offense is one of the best. This last year, probably one of the best offenses we ever seen come through here, and it's for a reason. It's not you're not just that's not just happening. It's a lot of work goes into that. Guys putting in hours, extra work. Guys putting in the time that it takes to become great, and the coaches doing a better job of getting us prepared. So, you know, it all goes to Coach Petrino's staff and everybody, you know, at the Arkansas, program for getting us prepared. So,
Seems like with the draft, I mean, it's more criticism of draftees maybe than the rest of the lives. How difficult is it when one day you're starting tackles for a bowl team and everybody's telling you how good you are, to just getting ripped pillar to post kind of for those couple of months?
Well, you just have to be prepared. I know, you're not going to have a bunch of positives. You know, that's just life. You know, you're going to have your strengths, you're going to have your weaknesses. But I think the way you approach it is that you do acknowledge your strengths and you work even harder at your weaknesses. Leading up, myself and DeMarcus, we were the bookend tackles for the past 3 years for a tremendous offense. And leading up to the draft, we felt pretty good about it. Now, you hear some things that we can work on, and you just can't be sensitive about it. You just have to acknowledge that, hey, the NFL is the real deal, and you have to acknowledge your weaknesses and try to get better at it every day.
Yeah, one thing that you have to do is you got to be able to take criticism. Guys are gonna criticize you. I mean, sometimes it might not even be in the best. It might just be they just want to write something. One thing about it is you can just control what you can control. People gonna write what they're gonna write. People gonna have their opinions about you. One thing that you can do as a person is just control what you can control, not worry about it. There's not a guy in the world that never's been criticized. So I mean, you can't really just dwell on it too much.
So it surprised you both what Ryan's had to go through. It just seems like all these critics just were all over him.
It's a really sad deal. I mean, he's had his past moments, but I can honestly say that when that guy puts on his football pads, it's probably one of the best leaders I've ever had. We've been down 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, and 15 is the main guy on the sideline, walking up and down, making us believe, telling the offensive line, give me a couple more seconds. I'm gonna get us in the end zone. Next thing you know, he does it. It's really unfortunate what he's going through, but I hope guys can realize this guy's a football player.
Have any of the NFL scouts asked you about Ryan?
All of them asked me about Ryan. He's going into the draft with a bunch of momentum, top 10 guy. They really want to ask about his character, but I tell them all, if you're looking for a leader and a quarterback, Ryan Mallett's your guy.
What are you guys hearing as far as range projection?
I don't listen to any of that. I never have. Wherever I end up, I'm just gonna do my best to make the team and do what I have to do.
Leading up to the draft, you hear a bunch of stuff, but just like DeMarcus says, you try to put blinders on it. You never know what draft day, what you can expect. right now for myself. It's just a real humbling experience. Just being my name being mentioned with guys like DeMarcus and guys like Costanzo, all these tremendous players that play offensive line. It's just a tremendous blessing to be in the same group as those guys.
You guys gonna watch at home?
Yeah. Most likely, either watch it at home or with family or friends, stuff like that.
Nah, I'll probably be playing a video game or something. I can't deal with it.
All right, thanks guys.
Mark,